Good morning, everybody. This is Barney Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel for Saturday morning baseball, Field of Dreams baseball. And yesterday we finished week one of the month of July, and I'm going to do a short review of where we stand in the Global League in the Sandlot Division. Beantown 44 and 43, 3.5 games ahead of Amazing. In the Moneyball division, St. Louis, 4.5 game lead over both Philly and Chico's. St. Louis 57 and 27. Second best. Oh, no, it is the best record in the league, 679. In the Universal League, Naturals, my team Vegas in first place, 49 and 30, 6.5 games ahead of Hagerstown, 10.5 ahead of Washington, 11 ahead of Union Stewards. And in the rain delay division, San Francisco with the second best record in baseball, 58 and 29, 667. And Crystal Lake in second place, 8.5 games back in that division. Edmonton, 16.5 back. They're probably out of it for the season, but they're there still and fighting. Anyway, let's get down to the schedule, see what we're going to play. Checking to make sure my microphone's on since I didn't do that yesterday, and we went an inning in silence. We went through the 7th. The 8th is no game scheduled. The 9th is no game scheduled. On the 10th, let's see what we have. Philly at Beantown, Cleveland, Lancaster, Chico's, St. Louis. We haven't seen St. Louis very much in the broadcast. So in the Global League, let's do Chico's and St. Louis. Since Chico's is 4.5 games out, this will be a good game to start our broadcast with. So let's play the first couple of games. Beantown at home. They lose to Philadelphia 4-1. Philadelphia takes a half game off of St. Louis's lead. Cleveland at Lancaster, 7-6 Lancaster. And now let's play Chico's at St. Louis. Aaron Reed stops by, first one in the ballpark, although we have 5 viewers. Aaron gets in first. Okay, let's see what we have for starting pitching. Peavy on the mound for Chico's. He'll be facing Grover Alexander, a player that I covet desperately. Pitching for the Hawks, there's their lineup. That's who's batting against Alexander. Let's go to the field. We are at League Park, the home field of the St. Louis Hawks. Jake Peavy, 5-5, 3.88 ERA. Opposing Grover Cleveland Alexander, 11-5 and a 5.13. Grover Cleveland Alexander, named after the first president that served 2 non-consecutive terms. It's appropriate because Donald Trump is in his second term, and they're non-consecutive, the only 2 presidents ever to accomplish that feat. It is George Sisler's riding a 14-game hitting streak. That's notable. It's 81 degrees here at the stadium. Let's go to the lineups. For Chico's, Gosselin in left batting first. Guerrero at first batting second. Cash the DH third. Espinal at third batting cleanup. Williams in right field. That's Bernie Williams batting fifth. Semyon at shortstop batting 6th, Frederick in center 7th, Bench catching 8th, and Stuffy Sternweiss at second base batting 9th. In the outfield for the Hawks, Joe Jackson, Jim Edmonds, Roberto Clemente left to right, Roland, Peralta, Collins, and Sisler left to right in the infield. Catching, Matheny, who's replacing an injured Bill Dickey, and Grover Alexander's on the mound, stepping in, Gosselin, and here's the first pitch. We're underway. Fly to left. Jackson puts it away for the out. Guerrero Jr., for some reason, my picture won't go in there. I'm sure it has something to do the way the name is typed. I will have to check it after the game. First strikeout for Alexander, and Norm Cash stepping in. Cash is going to put that one into the trees in right field. League Park is an easy place to hit home runs. That ball only traveled 323 feet, but it's home run number 14, and Chico's leads 1-0. Alexander gets the sign. Espinal at the plate, and Alexander gets his second strikeout. We head to the bottom of the first. Chico's 1. Hawks coming to bat. Hawks lineup starts with the longtime St. Louis Hawks second baseman, Eddie Collins, batting first. Joe Jackson in left, batting second. Sisler on that long hitting streak, currently batting 382. I don't know why that popped up, but that's what he's doing. 382, batting third. Vaughn, the DH, getting cleanup. Matheny catching 5th. Edmonds in center 6th. Clemente in right 7th. Peralta at short 8th. And Roland at third base 9th. In the outfield for Chico's, Gosselin, Frederick, and Bernie Williams left to right. Espinal, Semyon, Sternweiss, Guerrero left to right in the infield. Catching is Johnny Benz. Pitching is Peavy. Stepping in, Eddie Collins. Collins to left. Gosselin has it. Peavy facing Joe Jackson. And Frederick takes it in shallow center field. Sisler on his 14-game hitting streak. And Bernie Williams comes in to make the play. 1, 2, 3 go the Hawks. We head to the top of the second. Chico's 1, Hawks 0. Williams, Semyon, and Frederick to face Alexander. Williams on the ground to Peralta. Close play at first. He is out by less than a half a step. Alexander pitching to Semyon. Third strikeout for Alexander as Frederick steps in. And Frederick is going to hit a base hit into right field. Clemente throws it back in. Runner on first, Johnny Bench. Center field, Edmonds tracks it down for the out. We head to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Chico's. PV to face, Archie Vaughn, Matheny, and Edmonds. Archie Vaughn's been on this team a while. Gosselin has it, 1 down. Mike Matheny in for the injured Bill Dickey. Gets hit by a pitch. Hope he's not injured. He is staying in the game. He is not injured. Jim Edmonds. Ball gets away from Bench. It's a wild pitch. Matheny jogs into second base. He's now in scoring position for Edmonds, who hits it deep into right field. And that one is into the woods in right field. Number 14 for Edmonds. Hawks take a 2-1 lead off of Jim Edmonds' 306-foot home run. I'm guessing that was more down the line than in the right center field where the chalkboard shows it. Clemente Deep in the right field. Williams chasing it, but it's foul. Base hit, left field. Roberto Clemente on first. Johnny Peralta. Runners on first and second as Peralta walks here in the bottom of the second inning. Scott Rowland. On the ground, Espinal going to throw to first to get the runner. They get him. 2 outs, runners advance to second and third as Eddie Collins steps into the batter's box. And there's going to be a base hit in the right field. That will score 2 runs. Eddie Collins comes through for the Hawks. 4 runs in the inning. It's now 4-1 Hawks lead. Peavy still on the mound. Throw to first. Collins gets back. Line drive, left center field, all the way to the wall. Collins going to round third. He'll score. Jackson goes into second with a stand-up double, his 27th of the year. 5 runs now in for the Hawks. Will Peavy stay in? Let's click the CPU button and see. He is, and he's pitching to Sisler, who is going to get a base hit, extend his hitting streak to 15 games, knock in the 6th run. It is 6-1 Hawks. My practice is to zoom the game to the end. What if it hits 10-1? So let's see what happens as Archie Vaughn flies out to Bernie Williams to end the inning. We head to the top of the third, 6-1 Hawks. Well, Chico's has their work cut out for him. They're going to send Sternweiss, the number 9 hitter, followed by Gosselin and Guerrero. Coming back with Alexander on the mound is not going to be easy. Fly to right. Clemente puts it away. Gosselin up. Base hit to right field. Clemente throws to second. Gosselin slides. He's in with his 16th double of the season. And the pictureless Guerrero Jr. up. Hits it on the ground to roll, and he boots the ball. Gosselin's going to be safe at third. Guerrero's safe at first. 15th error of the season as we're halfway through for Scott Rowland. Norm Cash to right field. Clemente coming in. They're not going to try to run on Clemente's arm, and they do not. 2 outs. Runners on first and third. Stepping up to the plate, Santiago Espinal, a .337 hitter on the season. He walks him. Alexander now in a little bit of a pickle. Bases loaded. However, on his side, there's 2 outs. Unfortunately, Bernie Williams stepping in, a good hitter, much better than the .221 average he's shown in the game this season. He is going to hit it in the right field, but Collins is going to catch it before it lands in the ground into short right field to end the inning. No damage as we head to the bottom of the third. It's 6-1 Hawks. Matheny, Edmonds, and Clemente to face Peavy, who has not been much of a mystery today. First strikeout. Edmonds pops it up in the infield. Sternweiss catches it for the out. And Roberto Clemente is 1 for 1. He pops it up in the infield. Semien tapping his glove. Puts it away in shallow center field. That's 1-2-3 go the Hawks. Top of the fourth, Chico's to send up Semien, Frederick, and bench against Alexander when we come back in 1 moment. We're back. Semyon to face Alexander. Fourth strikeout for Alexander. Frederick up. Deep into right field. It's so deep that it clears the fence into the woods. Home run for Frederick. It is now 6-2. That home run, 294 feet. Tell me that was down the line. It wasn't in right center field. Bench to right. Clemente's got it. 2 down. Snuffy Sternweiss. Number 5 for Alexander. We head to the bottom of the fourth. 6-2 Hawks. Peavy facing Peralta, rolling on the top of the order. Collins. Victim number 2 for Peavy. Victim number 3 for Peavy. Collins on the ground to short. Semyon to first, gets him by a couple of steps. There we go. We head to the top of the fifth. 6-2 Hawks. Alexander facing top of the order. Gosselin, Guerrero, and Cash. Gosselin hits it up the middle. Peralta scoops it up, throws to Sisler. The throw is off. Sisler can't dig it out of the dirt, and Gosselin ends up on second base. 22nd error of the season for Peralta. Pitch to Guerrero. He hits that deep into left field, but Jackson's going to put it away for the out. Gosselin has to retreat to the bag. 1 out, runner still at second for Norm Cash. Cash to right field. Clemente's got it at the fence. 2 down. Espinal on the ground to Rowland's going to need to get this in here in a hurry, and he beats him by a step. The inning is over. We halfway home in the game. 6-2 Hawks. Bottom of the fifth, Jackson, Sisler, and Vaughn facing Peavy, who's still in there. No balls, 2 strikes to Jackson. And that's going to be into left center field all the way to the wall. Jackson slides into second with his 28th double, second of the day, and St. Louis in good shape with a runner in scoring position. George Sisler, who extended his hitting streak his last time up, hits it on the ground to Guerrero, flips to Peavy covering. It advances the runner to third with less than 2 outs. And Archie Vaughn, who's 0 for 2, will hit a line drive. Sternweiss is going to catch that, however. 2 away now. They're going to need a hit. They're going to need some sort of fumble in the outfield or the infield, some sort of error to score Jackson. Base hit it. No, it's a line drive taken off the shoe tops. He is out. We head to the 6-2 Hawks. Great play by the center fielder, Jim Edmonds. Bernie Williams, excuse me, that wasn't Edmonds. That center fielder was Frederick. Bernie Williams to right field, base hit. Semyon, runner on first. Deep to left. Jackson's got it for the out. 1 down. Frederick, who made that last play, he's 2 for 2. He's now 3 for 3 as that ball is in the right field for a single, and 2 runners on for Chico's. 1 out, stepping in, the always dangerous Johnny Bench. Ground ball to Collins, flips to Peralta for 1. That's all they're going to get. Throw to Sisler is too late. Runners on first and third. 2 away. And Snuffy steps in the batter's box. Sternweiss 0 for 2 on the day. He's going to hit it on the ground in the right field. He is now 1 for 3, gets a run batted in. As Bench advances to third, it is 6 to 3. What was once looking like a blowout is now a baseball game. Alexander pitching to Gosselin, runners on first and third. Gosselin deep in the right field. You guessed it, it's in the trees. You can hit home runs in League Park. And just like that, Grover Cleveland Alexander has given up his 4-run lead. 4 runs scored by Chicos this inning. We're tied at 6. And I picked a good game, it looks like. Vladimir Jr. stepping in. I think this is the only team with a father-son combination currently playing. Nobody on, 2 away, tie score. Guerrero on the ground to Scott Rowland. Crossed the diamond to Sisler for the out. Would finished 5.5 innings. It is 6-all. As we head to the bottom of the 6th, I'll be right back. I am back. For those of you wondering what I do when I step away for a moment, I'm usually clearing my throat and getting a little water. Bottom of the 6th, Edmonds, Clemente, and Peralta facing all of a sudden Jake Peavy, who went from an automatic loser to a chance to win the game. Number 4 for Peavy as he strikes out Edmonds. Clemente up. He walks Roberto Clemente. If you're going to walk somebody, he's not a bad guy to walk. He's not much of a base stealer. Peralta up. He's going to hit it on the ground to Espinal, cuts it off, throws to first. Peralta's out by a half a step. It's a great play by Espinal. I'll tell you, there's one thing that turns a game around pretty quick is great plays. Takes hits away from people. 2 down, runner on second base for the Hawks. Tim Meza is coming into pitch. He has a Toronto Blue Jay cap on, so I'm assuming he's a Blue Jay. In the game, he's got an ERA of 3.0, 1-1 record, no saves, 24 innings, 21 hits, a whip slightly above 1. The pitch to Rowland, that's hit to left. That's deep, but that falls into Gosselin's glove to end the inning. We head to the top of the 7th. We're tied at 6. Both starters still on the mound. Alexander's thrown 94 pitches. He can throw forever. Facing Norm Cash. Cash in the right field leads off the inning with a base hit. Second hit of the game for Cash. Espinal 0 for 2. There's a bunt, looks like to me. Great play by the catcher Matheny to get the runner Collins. It's going to go down as a sacrifice, even though he was bunting for a hit. Alexander facing Bernie Williams. He walks him. Alexander to face Simeon, 0 for 3, runners on first and second. He becomes Alexander's 6th strikeout victim. 2 away for the Hawks. For Chicos. 2 away, 2 on. And Frederick. Perfect day, 3 hits today. Deep in the right field. Clemente is going to take it off the wall. Frederick is your player of the game if the Chicos wins. Both run scores, his 10th double of the season. Frederick went into second base standing. It is now 8-6 Chicos here in the top of the 7th. Johnny Bench is going to face Al Reyes, who is going to replace Alexander. Reyes 1.59 ERA, 1-1 record, a couple of saves. He's only allowed 14 hits in 28 innings. Bench becomes his strikeout victim. We head to the bottom of the seventh here at League Park. 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors, 6 left on base for Chico's. The Hawks, 6 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, 3 left on base. The Hawks have blown a 6-1 lead. It is now 8-6 Chico's as we head into the final 3 frames. Mesa facing Collins, top of the order for the Hawks. That ball's hit to Espinal at third. 1 down. Joe Jackson's 2 for 3 today. Ball's hit in the right field, base hit. Third hit of the day for Joe Jackson. Joe Jackson, like Joe DiMaggio, playing his rookie year, going backwards. This will be their final year before both of them go back into the draft pool. Guerrero holds Jackson on for George Sisler and Dazzy Vance coming into pitch. Vance a 4.09 ERA, 3 wins, 7 losses, 116 innings, 103 pitches. Vance pitching to Sisler. Sisler 1 for 3, walks him. Tying run now on first. Arky Vaughn up. Bases loaded. Tying run now on second with 1 out. Mike Matheny, the catcher, 0 for 2 today. Matheny goes down on strikes as Vance puts him away. 2 away now, bases loaded. Jim Edmonds, 1 hit today and 3 at-bats. He's going to hit that on the ground to Guerrero. Is he going to take it to the bag himself? He does to end the inning. Threat goes by the board. We head to the top of the 8th, 8-6 Chicos. Reyes will face the bottom of Chico's order, Sternweiss, followed by Gosselin and Guerrero. Snuffy single. No, a great play. That looked like it was headed into right center field. Great play number 25 for Eddie Collins. The Hawks lead the league in great plays as Reyes gets his second strikeout as Gosselin goes down swinging. Jose Ruiz to come into pitch. Ruiz, 1.75 ERA as Clue trots out his vaunted bullpen, 5 wins, 2 losses, 2 saves. Only 13 hits in 25 innings. Guerrero Jr. up. Line drive. It's going to be down into the left field corner. Guerrero's going to round first, head for second. He goes in standing. That is his 11th double of the season. Norm Cash stepping in. Cash has had a good day today. The solo home run, flied to right twice, and then lined to single between first and second. He intentionally walked him in order to face Santiago Espinal. Espinal 0 for 2. That ball's on the ground to Sisler. Sisler takes it to the bag himself. Chico's fails to score. We head to the bottom of the 8th, 8-6. Chico's lead. Desi Vance to face Clemente, Peralta, and Roland in the bottom third of the Hawks order. Hawks 2 runs down, Sternweiss to Guerrero for the out. Peralta 0 for 2. Second strikeout victim for Vance. And Scott Rowland on the ground to Sternweiss. Perfect throw to Guerrero. 1-2-3 go the Hawks. We head to the ninth inning, 8-6 Chicos. Chicos could pick up a game on the Hawks if they can hold on to this lead. Ruiz facing Williams, Simeon, and Fredericks, but Arthur Rhodes coming in to pitch. Arthur Rhodes, a 3.21 ERA, 0 for 1 on the year with a save, 14 hits in 14 innings. Left-hander Rose to face Bernie Williams, who switches sides of the plate, heads to the right side. Here we go. Williams up the middle, but Collins makes a great play for the out. Second one today, 26th on the year for Collins. Simeon 0 for 4 in the game. Well, that streak's over as he puts it over the bleachers in left field for a home run. It is now 9-6. That home run was the longest one today, 394 feet, home run number 14. And Rhodes faces Fredericks. Fredericks 4 hits today, strikes out. 2 away, Johnny Bench. Bench is going to hit a line drive directly at Rowland, puts it away. We head to the bottom of the ninth, 9-6 Chicos. Midlife comes by rooting for the Hawks. Vance now will face the top of St. Louis's order, Collins, Jackson, and Sisler. Jordan Romano coming into pitch. Let's see how he looks. 3.0 ERA, 1 win, no losses, 4 saves, 9 hits in 15 innings. In the 15 innings, he struck out 12. The batting average against 173. He's going to be hard to hit. Collins, however, doesn't have a problem. He singles in the right field for his second hit of the day. Joe Jackson's 3 for 4. He's flied to shallow center, doubled twice, and singled. Throw to first. Collins gets back. And they throw to first again. If Collins is stealing, I'll be surprised 3 runs down. Jackson, guess where this one's going to end up? It's in Bernie Williams' glove. Looked like it was headed for the trees in right field. There's 1 down. George Sisler 1 for 3 today. Romano delivers. Deep to left. Gosselin's got it. Hawks down to their final out. Vaughn 0 for 3. Romano delivers. Ground ball up the middle. Seaman takes it to the bag to force Collins. Game is over. Chicos wins 9 runs. 12 hits, no errors, 8 left on base for Chicos. The Hawks 6, 8, 2, 7 on base. Let's check the box score. Chicos hitting stars. Lots of hitting stars. We'll have to go. Fredericks 4 for 5, 3 runs batted in. Gosselin 2 for 5, 3 runs batted in. And of course, Norm Cash 2 for 4. He had a home run today. Home runs for Chicos, Cash, Frederick, Gosselin, Simeon. A lot of power shown on that Chicos lineup. Pitching-wise, St. Louis game started by Alexander, went 6 2/3 innings, allowed 10 hits, 8 runs, struck out 6, walked 2. He took the loss. He's now 11-6. Reyes, Ruiz, and Rhodes finish up for St. Louis. Starting pitcher Peavy went 5 2/3, 6 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned, struck out 4, walked 2. Hey, Mike Mesa, the winning pitcher, he's 2-1. He only pitched 2/3 of an inning, allowed a hit. Vance got a hold, 1.2 innings, 1 2/3. No hits, and Romano come in, get his 5th save of the season, allowed a hit in his inning of work. Okay, let's go back to the schedule and look at some more games here in the second week of July in our Season 8 game. Season 8 play. Carolina at Hagerstown. Well, if Midlight's fighting for Hawks, I'm rooting for Carolina. But Hagerstown wins 4-3. Picks up a half game on my Vegas team. Amazing at the Bronx. 9-6 Bronx. They raised their record to 41-44. We head to the 11th. We have some good games, but we'll sim this. Let's see how long these series last. 11th, 12th, 13th. When do they change? Looks like they change on the 14th, so keep that in mind as I keep going. Let's sim on the 11th. Philadelphia at Beantown. Philly a 9-4 winner. They pick up a half game and now are only 3 games back of St. Louis. There's a doubleheader. There it is. Let's play the second game. This time, Beantown exacts some revenge, wins 6-3. Cleveland at Lancaster. Nobody in the stands. Lancaster wins 10-7. Vegas at Edmonton. Edmonton defeats Vegas 6-3. Vegas's lead down to 5.5 games. Lehigh at Manchester. Lehigh needing a win. They get it. 1-0. Hubble, the winner. Chico's at St. Louis. Game 2. 2-1 St. Louis. They get a little revenge as Rondon picks up his 13th win. Hadley Lake at Union Stewart. Union Stewart's in a little slide, but they take advantage of Hadley Lake's pitching and win 9-6. Florence at Crystal Lake. Crystal Lake wins 6-3. Carolina at Hagerstown. We're once again rooting for Carolina, but it didn't work. 7-6. Hagerstown in 13 innings. Washington at San Francisco. 12-7 Washington. And Amazing at the Bronx. And Amazing defeats the Bronx 9-7. We head to the 12th. We'll probably play a game on Friday the 13th, I would guess. Philly at Beantown again. 2-1 Beantown. Philadelphia falls to 4.5 behind St. Louis. Beantown 3.5 up on Amazing. Florence at Crystal Lake. Crystal Lake wins 5-3. They lead San Francisco lead down to 7 games in that division. Once again, there's 27 people in the stands at Lancaster to watch the Cleveland team defeat them 3-2. Vegas at the tough Edmonton team. Edmonton defeats Vegas 8-7 in 10 innings. That's 2 in a row for Jeff over Vegas. Lehigh at Manchester. Both teams needing a win. This time, Lehigh shuts out Manchester again, 2-0. Chico's at St. Louis. Chico's picks up a game on St. Louis, winning 6-2. Hadley Lake at the Stewards, and they defeat them 6-2. I'm not rooting for anybody because the last time I rooted for Carolina, Hagerstown won. This time Carolina wins. I guess I shouldn't be rooting. 2-1 Carolina. Washington at San Francisco. 12-5 San Francisco. And Amazing at the Bronx. 5-4 the Bronx. Apier wins game number 7. Let's go to the 13th. Before we start playing some games, we'll pick a game here. Moneyball division, St. Louis. I don't know why Philadelphia is ahead, but I think it has something to do with the percentages. But Philly and Chico's both still about 3.5 and 4 games back of St. Louis. Beantown is pulling a little bit of ahead of Amazing, 4 games. They are 1 game over 500. San Francisco remains 7.5 ahead of Crystal Lake and Vegas. 5 games ahead of Hagerstown, 9.5 ahead of Washington, 10 ahead of the Stewards. Uh, the number here is 8 games ahead in the loss column on Hagerstown. I am going to play my game because we're going to play a Universal League game. And since I'm doing most of the broadcast, I never get to see my team. So I'm going to play Vegas at Edmonton. But before that, there's now 22 people in Lancaster to watch the Cleveland-Lancaster game. Cleveland wins 11-4. Let's head over to Edmonton, see if Vegas can avoid the sweep here at Edmonton. I believe Edmonton plays in Municipal Stadium, but we'll find out here. Pitching for Vegas, Tom Glavine. He'll be opposed by Lance Lynn, who's having a good season. Lineups are in. Let's go to the field. Tom Glavine, 10-9 with a 3.87 ERA, will face Lance Lynn, 3-5, 3.42 ERA. We're here at Metropolitan Stadium, where the wind speed's 2 miles an hour in from right center field, and it is a sunny day. Lineup for Vegas will have Trey Turner at short, batting first, Stan Musial in right second. Edgar Martinez, the DH, third. Harmon Killebrew at third, fourth. Joe DiMaggio batting fifth in center. Orlando Cepeda at first base, batting sixth. Manny Ramirez hitting seventh in left field. Ted Simmons catching, hitting eighth. And Bobby Doerr batting ninth and playing second base. In the outfield for Jeff's Edmonton team, McGee, Robert, and Kaline. Ramirez, Jeter, Gehringer, Cuddier, I think that's how you pronounce it. At first, he's replacing the injured Jim Thome, who's out till next month. Cochran catching. Lynn pitching. Stepping into the batter's box, Turner. And here's the first pitch of the game. Fly ball, short left field. McGee puts it away for the out. Is Mark from Beantown is in the stadium. Stan Musial. Musial up the middle, but Gehringer is going to throw him out. 2 away. 2 up, 2 down, and Edgar Martinez. Martinez walks, first runner of the game. Harmon Killebrew stepping in. Killebrew in the left field, and McGee is going to put this one away also. No runs, top of the first. We head to the bottom of the first. Vegas, nothing. Express coming to bat. Express lineup is Jeter at short, batting first. Gehringer at second, batting second. Robert in center, hitting third. Kaline in right, the cleanup hitter. Cochran, the catcher, fifth. Ortiz, the DH, sixth. McGee in left, seventh. Ramirez, that's Jose Ramirez, at third. Cuddier at first, batting ninth. For the Vegas Stars, Ramirez in left, DiMaggio center, Musial in right. Killebrew at third, Turner at short, Doerr at second, Cepeda at first. Ted Simmons catching into the batter's box, steps Derek Jeter, and he walks. Always on base, this guy Jeter. He's a pain in the butt. Gehringer steps in. There's going to be a ground ball. The Doerr going to throw to first as Jeter was off with the pitch. He is going to advance to second with 1 out, and Lewis Roberts. Fly ball to center. DiMaggio puts it away. Jeter returns to the bag. And Al Kaline steps up to face Tom Glavine. That ball's hit on the ground to Killebrew, across the diamond. They get him. We head to the top of the second. There's no score. Lynn to face DiMaggio, Cepeda, and Ramirez. DiMaggio goes down. First strikeout for Lynn. Cepeda on the ground to Jeter. 2 up, 2 down. And Manny Ramirez. Deep fly ball in the right field. K-Line puts it away at the warning track. 1, 2, 3 go the Stars. We head to the bottom of the second. No score. Glavine to face Cochran, Ortiz, and McGee. Cochran to center. DiMaggio's got it. David Ortiz. Deep in the right field. See ya. That's out of here. Home run number 24 for David Ortiz. 1-0 Express. Vegas trying to avoid a 3-game sweep here. McGee walks. Jose Ramirez. There goes McGee, and Simmons throws him out. 2 down now, nobody on. The pitch to Jose Ramirez. Fly to left. Ramirez has it for the out. We head to the top of the third. Express lead, 1-0. Lynn facing Simmons, Dorr, and then the top of the order. Simmons to left. 1 away. Bobby Dorr. He hits it to center, 2 away. And Trey Turner. Turner to left. McGee comes in. 1, 2, 3. 3 fly balls. We head to the bottom of the third. 1-0. Glavine pitching to Cuttier. Ground ball to Trey Turner. Great play by Turner, and it's always an out. Great play number 12 for Trey Turner. Derek Jeter walked to start off the game, but he hits it on the ground, the door, 2 away. And Gehringer, who's 0 for 1. He walks. Glavine with his second walk. Third walk of the game. As I check the box score, Robert to left. It's deep, but Ramirez catches it. We head to the top of the fourth, 1-0 Edmonton. Lynn facing Stan Musial. Pops it up in the infield. Looks like we got the makings of a pitcher's duel here. Edgar Martinez. As soon as I say that, Martinez singles to right, breaks up the no-hitter here in the fourth inning. Both teams with 1 hit. However, Edmonton's hit was a home run. They lead 1-0. Killebrew, ground ball to short, Jeter to second. That's all they're going to get. Killebrew beats the throw to first. He's on first with Joe DiMaggio up. Joe DiMaggio, line drive right to first base. A great play. Probably saves a run from scoring there. We head to the bottom of the fourth, 1-0 Edmonton. Glavine to face K-Line, Cochran, and Ortiz. K-Line, base hit to left. Second hit of the day for the Express. Cochran up to face Glavine. Fly to right. It's deep, but Musial's got it for the out. First out of the inning, K-Line returns to first. David Ortiz homered for the only run of the game. This time he's going to single to left center field. K-Line goes to third. And just like that, runners on first and third, 1 out for Sherry McGee. McGee line drive single in the left field. Pitch past Ramirez. 1 run scores. 2 run scores. It's 3-0 Express as McGee ends up at second base with his 22nd double of the season. There is warm-up action in the Vegas Stars bullpen as Jose Ramirez. What's going on here? I don't know what was going on. Glavine fires to second. Ramirez was backing up the play. 2-0 count. Pass ball. Runner goes to third. One out, runner in third. Ramirez looking to knock in another run. Fly ball to center field. That ought to do it. McGee's going to tag. Throw home. He is safe. It is now 4-0 Express. And that's it for Glavine. Joe McGinnity coming in to pitch. Facing Cutia. Ground ball back to the mound. Throw to first. Inning over, but not before Edmonton scores 3 runs, take a 4-0 lead. Lynn to face Cepeda, Ramirez, and Simmons. The Stars have their work cut out for them. No balls, 2 strikes. Cepeda strikes out. Second victim for Lynn. Manny Ramirez. Deep in the left field, but McGee has it for the out. And Ted Simmons. Grounder on to the right side. Gehringer to first for the out. Halfway home, 4-0 Express. McGinnity facing Jeter. DiMaggio's got it for the out. Gehringer made a nice play last inning. Hits the ball into center field, base hit. Gehringer's first hit, 5th hit for the Express. McGinnity now facing Robert. Throw down to second. Gehringer steals his 4th base of the year. McGinnity pitching to Robert again, runner on second. There's a ground ball to door to Cepeda for the second out. Gehringer goes to third. McGinnity facing Kaline. He struck him out. End the inning. The Stars get away without allowing a run. They head to the 6th, trailing 4-0. Lynn to face Dorr, the number 9 hitter, then the top of the order, Turner and Musial. And there's a base hit for Bobby Dorr. Runner on first. Trey Turner. Ground ball up the middle. Looks like a tailor-made double play, but they're not going to get it as Turner beats the throw to first. 1 away. Turner at first. Stan Musial 0 for 2. Throw to first. Turner back. Musial on the ground to Ramirez. This is a double play ball. Gehringer for 1. Musial beats it out. 2 outs. Musial now replaces the runner at first for Edgar Martinez. And he's going to hit a base hit in the right field. Musial headed for third. Here's the throw. It's cut off. Stars have runners on first and third for Harmon Killebrew here. However, there's 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Metropolitan Stadium's Killebrew's home stadium. No adjustments for him here. Killebrew flies to center. Routine play. Roberts got it for the out. No damage. 4-0 Express as we head to the bottom of the 6th. McGinnity to face Cochran, Ortiz, and McGee. Line drive, base hit for Cochran. First hit of the day. 6th hit for Edmonton. Edmonton, a good hitting team. Ortiz, 2 for 2. That 3 for 3 it is. Runners remain at first and second. Nobody out. McGinnity delivers to McGee, who hits it on the ground to Killebrew. 2nd for 1. First, double play. McGee hits it in a double play. Cochran advances to third. 2 away now. And Jose Ramirez facing McGinnity. Ground ball to Dorr to Cepeda. And what looked like a promising inning for Edmonton, they score no runs. We head to the 7th, 4-0 Edmonton. Certainly, Edmonton is rolling here with Lynn. Lynn has pitched 6 innings, allowed 3 hits, 1 walk, struck out 2. He's doing well. He will face DiMaggio, Cepeda, and Ramirez. DiMaggio pops it up in the foul territory. Gehringer over to get it, and he is going to put it away for the out. Orlando Cepeda 0 for 2. 0 for 3 as Lynn gets his third strikeout, and Manny Ramirez. To center field, Robert gets the routine play. We head to the bottom of the seventh inning here at Metropolitan Stadium. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. 4 left on for the Express. No runs, 3 hits, no errors. 4 left on for the Stars. Cutter, Jeter, and Gehringer due up to face Joe McGinnity. Strikeout number 2. Jeter pops it up behind home plate, headed into the stand. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. McGinnity gets number 3. And Gehringer on the ground, right back to the mound. Easy inning for McGinnity. We head to the top of the 8th, running out of time, Vegas is. They got 6 outs to go, 4 runs to make up. They will send Simmons, Dorr, and Turner to the plate to face the unhittable Lynn, who allows a hit as Simmons singles. He's now 1 for 3 in the day. Runner on first. Bobby Dorr stepping in. Dorr 1 for 2. He hits it deep into right center field, but Robert's going to put that away at the warning track. 1 away. Simmons returns to first. That was a great play by Robert in center field. Trey Turner 0 for 3. He hits it up the middle. Jeter to Cutter for the out. Simmons advances to second base. 2 away, runner on second for Stan Musial. Musial into left field. McGee backing up. He's going to have to play it off the wall. Simmons scores. First run for the Stars. Musial goes in the second with his 26th double. It is 4-1. Edgar Martinez today, 2 for 2 facing Lynn. Edgar Martinez line drive in the left center field. Musial will score. It is 4-2. Stars cut the lead in half. Third hit of the day for Edgar Martinez, and Harmon Killebrew today has flied to shallow left, grounded to short, and flied to shallow right. Not having a particularly good day in his traditional home park. Bob Howery coming in to replace Lynn. Lynn pitched a great game. Howery, 3.64 ERA, 1 win, 2 losses, 4 saves on the seasons, allowed 29 hits in 29 innings. He will face Killebrew. Throw to first. Martinez gets back. Killebrew walks, runners on first and second. Joe DiMaggio steps in. DiMaggio today struck out, line to first, popped to second. Another guy without a particularly good day going. Howery looks in, gets the sign, delivers to DiMaggio. He strikes him out to end the inning. Only 2 runs score. Vegas cuts the lead in half. We head to the bottom of the 8th, 4-2 Express. McGinnity still in there. Robert up. Strikeout number 4 for Joe. Kaline up 1 for 3. He hits a line drive. Killebrew's going to snare it for the out. 2 down for Cochran, who hits it to left. It's deep. Ramirez puts it away in front of the track. We head to the top of the ninth. Express leading 4-2. Last chance for Vegas. Howry, I think, will remain pitching. Let's hit the CPU button and find out. No. Troy Percival, the closer, comes in, facing Cepeda, Ramirez, and Simmons. Cepeda on the ground in the left field, base hit. Cepeda on first. Manny Ramirez steps in. Ramirez to left field. McGee back and gets it at the wall for the out. That ball needed a couple of more inches. It would have been out of here, but it is just a long, loud out. Ted Simmons steps up. He's going to hit a line drive, base hit into right field. Runners on first and second. Simmons, the tying run. Bobby Dorr up. He's 1 for 3 today. Percival checks the runners, gets his sign. Here's the pitch to Dorr. Dorr on the ground to Cuddy. He's second, short for 1. They're not going to get the double play as Dorr beats the throw. However, there's 2 outs now. Runner on third, runner on first. Trey Turner up. Percival checks both runners, gets the sign. He delivers, throws to first instead. Here's the pitch to Turner. Turner on the ground. Ramirez got it. Throws to Geringer to end the game. And Edmonton defeats the Vegas Stars 3 games in a row, 4-2. 4-7-0 for the Express. 4 men left on base. Vegas 2-8-0. 8 men left on base. Let's go to the box score. Only 2 runs. There are not going to be any offensive stars for Vegas, although I do notice 3 hits for Martinez, 2 for Simmons, but that's not enough. Edmonton, 3 for 3 Ortiz. McGee, 1 for 2 with a couple of runs batted in. Home runs in the game just by Ortiz is 24th. Pitching-wise, Glavine takes his 10th loss of the season. He's now 10-10, pitched only 3 2/3 innings, allowed 4 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. Didn't strike out anybody, walked 3. McGinnity came on to pitch 4 1/3 innings, allowing 3 hits, no runs, striking out 4. Edmonton, Lynn gets the win. He's now 4-5, pitched 7 2/3 innings, 6 hits, a couple of runs, both of them earned, 3 strikeouts, a walk. Howry came in to get his hold, and Percival gets his 11th save. He pitched the 9th, allowing 2 hits, but nobody scored. There we go. Let's see what else we've got in the day. Almost done the second week. There it is. Vegas falls to 49-33, and Hagerstown now 4.5 games behind Vegas in the Natural Division. Lehigh and Manchester, both teams need a win, but Lehigh wins 3-2. Chico's at St. Louis. Chico's has won 2 out of 3. St. Louis comes back and beats them in 11. Washington at San Francisco. San Francisco 7-0 winners. Amazing at the Bronx. 6-2 the Bronx. And Florence at Crystal Lake looking to keep pace with San Francisco, and they don't. Florence upsets them 8-7. Last day of this broadcast, the 14th of July. Full slate of games. We've changed cities in some instances here. Steve Tate comes by, says hello to everybody. Lehigh at Beantown. Once again, both teams looking for a victory. 15-1, Lehigh puts a beating on Beantown. Florence at Hagerstown. 5-1 Hagerstown. They reduced their lead to reduced Vegas's lead to 4 games, 7 in the loss column. Philadelphia at Manchester. Both teams again looking for victory, but this time Philly beats them 6-2. Washington at Union Stewart's should be a lot of runs. These are 2 heavy hitting teams. But Stewart's win 7-4 in a fairly low scoring affair. Amazing at Lancaster. 2-1 Lancaster. Carolina at Edmonton. Edmonton wins 6-0. They're making a move. Edmonton now goes to 500. Chico's at the Bronx. 7-4 Chico's. Lehigh at Beantown. Game number 2. Lehigh wins 8-3. And they've had a pretty good week, although they're 9.5 games out. Florence at Hagerstown. 9-0 Hagerstown. They reduce Vegas's lead down to 3.5, 7 in the loss column. Philly at Manchester, game number 2, 8-5 Philadelphia. They're now 3.5 games back in their division, just like Hagerstown is in the natural. Washington at Union Stewards. Union Stewards won the last one. They win this one 6-5. Sweep the doubleheader. Cleveland at St. Louis. Should be an easy task for St. Louis. 5-1 it is. Alexander makes a comeback, wins this game. And Vegas at Crystal Lake. Will Vegas break their losing streak? They do. They beat Crystal Lake 3-0 for their 50th win of the season. Lance McCullers, the number 4 starter, wins game number 4. Dibble gets his 4th save. That's it. Let's check where we stand. And I appreciate everybody listening to the second broadcast in 2 days. We got 2 weeks done. Beantown, 4 games ahead of Amazing on the 14th. Looks like about where they started. St. Louis, 4 games over Philly, 4.5 over Chico's, 10 over Lehigh. Looks like that's where they started. Vegas, 50-33. Not a very good week. They ran into the buzzsaw Edmonton team. Edmonton Express beat them 3 games in a row. Hagerstown looks like they've won a couple good games. They're only 4 games back. Once again, 7 in the loss column. Union Stewards headed back to 500. They're 9 games back. Rain delays. San Francisco 60-30, 9 games ahead of Crystal Lake. Edmonton now at 500, 15 games back. And they're maybe out of it, but they look like they want to be spoilers. Let's look and see who the leaders are. If I can get this cursor over here, I can. Before we end the broadcast, we're going to say that Sisler is still first in the league in hitting, 375. Musial second, 357. Rod Carew, Crystal Lake third at 354. Home runs. Ruth has hit a couple more. He's at 41. 45. Hornsby at 41. Hornsby continues to lead the RBI race with 108, and Cobb continues to lead stolen bases with 49. DeGrom, who's been on top of the ERA list all season at 185. Rondon, 215. Suarez, 220. They pretty much have been on top of that list all season. Johnson picks up another win. He's 21 victories. Nichols, 19. Seaver, 18 saves. Klaus is now tied with Eckersley with 19 saves. And Walter Johnson, 260 strikeouts. If you're looking for early voting, Big Clues Manager of the Year, Walter Johnson, Cy Young, George Sisler, MVP. I want to thank everybody for listening. Midlife Crisis. Jeff Hunter. You're welcome, Jeff. I wish I had beaten you, however, but it was nice to see your team do well. Midlife Crisis comes by, says hello. Aaron Reed was here. Steve Tate. Mark from Beantown was here. And there was a pretty good crowd for an impromptu broadcast. Anyway, it's Saturday. Hope everyone has a nice weekend. I will see you all on the Discord. Have a good weekend.